Hey guys, and today I'm here with Callum Ilott. So, Callum, obviously we're not racing at the moment, but how are you holding up?
Pretty well. Obviously, everyone's getting on their simulators and having a good time on these. So yeah, I joined the boat and started getting on it. Obviously, I did the virtual GP in, where was it, China? Tried to do a bit of iRacing and that, mix it up, and now I'm racing you.
How are you enjoying the sim racing in comparison to actual racing on track?
It's obviously different. For me, it's something I had to get used to quite a bit. Obviously, that you miss a little bit of the feeling aspect from the car moving and that. So I've had to adapt a little bit to kind of get that feeling back. But I've got on with it a bit better with iRacing than anything else, and find that quite enjoyable. And also, I like the whole communicating with, people you wouldn't on track. So with other drivers and that, having a good laugh and just enjoying it.
So, obviously in F2 you race for UNI Virtuosi Formula 2 team, and you're also part of the Ferrari Driver Academy. If anything, how do Ferrari actually help you on your simulator at home during this time?
Now that we're here, we've taken the program that I would have day to day in Italy, and basically what I'm able to do on a virtual level with them, we do here. So I've got mental training, physical training, Italian lessons, and then we've added obviously a kind of optional simulator sessions with the F1 esports guys.
Now that the viewers have got to know you, are you ready for some racing?
I think so. I'm not the best at this F1 2019, so I think you're gonna show me how to do it. But yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. In terms of the start, how important is it to gain positions early on in the race?
I think if you carry the momentum forward, it helps a lot. So if you can make all those little positions up and keep going forward and keep attacking, obviously there's little things like keeping the dirt off your tyres, and basically keeping the racing clean. It helps a lot. Obviously if you lose one position, you're likely to lose some more, so it does help to keep pushing. You like your exits, don't you? Slow in, fast out. I'm not fast enough.
Normally during the middle of the race, the cars are a bit spaced out. You normally have a bit of clean air. So what is the mindset during that time on track?
Well, I think with F2 it's a little bit different with the tyre management. So you'll push the first 2-3 laps, and as soon as you've got a nice enough gap behind you, you relax and go into a tyre saving mode. You're using your brain a bit more to sort of think about the pit stop. Oh, big moment there.
Oh no.
You relaxed a little bit too much.
Yeah.
No. The thing with racing though is if you lose a little bit of focus, like you do relax. Obviously it's good to relax, but that's sometimes where the biggest mistakes are made. Not from lack of focus, but just thinking everything's going better than it is. Because with these cars, they're on a knife edge most of the time.
Yep.
Magus and Beckus is my corners. The only ones I'm good at.
This is your
Last lap. Oh no. He's got fastest lap. Can you catch me through Maggots and Beckus enough for the DRS though?
I think I can. I know I spun it too much.
Oh no! He's gone! But in terms of the car physics, how close is the actual sim-developed cars compared to driving in real life?
It's an interesting one actually. With the sim cars, it's very very close, but it just misses the last little bit. So in terms of like the physics and the way the car moves, brakes, and all of that, you're very very close. But there's always some things which just don't match the feel that you have.
Right.
So I think it's difficult, and obviously the last bit, it's like in racing actually, the last bit of time is the hardest to find. Yeah, this track is incredible in real life. It's so on the limit, especially through that last section actually in F2. I think in the Sunday race, the wind changed direction, and it was a tailwind through there, and it wasn't flat out anymore, which was scary.
Driving street circuits like this in real life, is there any sort of factor of fear? Because everyone says that racing drivers are fearless and they don't really have fears whilst driving. But is it actually scary driving in around a close street circuit like Baku?
Oh yeah, big time. But not on your every lap. It's just on little moments that you have. Like, I don't remember a session in Macau where I haven't felt like I've crashed one lap. So, you know, like those kind of moments, you're just sat there like, oh, that was close. I don't want to do that again.
Also, I read about that you had actually really, really strong karting and junior career, winning, for example, Formula Kart Stars, WSK, stuff like that. What do you think has been your highlight of your career?
For me, the European Championship in 2014 was a big win.
So why was that your biggest win?
I think that was the year with a lot of competition. So that year, I mean, I think I was P1, Nielsen was P2, P3 was Lando, and there were many, many more guys in it with a lot of talent.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, the consistency that I had throughout my karting career was quite incredible. And something, you know, I didn't think I'd really get to, especially when I started. The European Champs was good. I never won a World Championship though.
Oh, but you got a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you that win. So it's 1-1.
Going into cars is just a completely different environment and atmosphere, and learning to adapt. You know, it's always a little bit different, and learning to adapt. But I didn't really get it quick enough. And I was still making mistakes I shouldn't really have, but you know, I still have the pace, and I think given the opportunity to learn, which took a while, I sort of got going. Yeah.
Who's this guy in Salva?
Juan?
No, look at you.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that I'm in a game, you know, when you take a step back. But I have to say, these cars in real life are a little bit more agile on the entries of the corner.
Yeah.
On here, yeah, you do get a sense of how heavy and how much they move. But it doesn't really show you how pointy they can be.
Through your racing career, who is the toughest person you've raced against?
I mean, I've had many. I'd probably say in karting it was Nicholas Nielsen. We had lots of good, fair battles, and a lot of respect for each other. He was very quick, I was very quick, working well. Obviously Lando in karting, I mean, I've known him since I was 9 years old. We were racing together. Lots of battles there. And then into cars, I think, again, Lando 2017, that was a very tough year. He was just as quick. I think I had 9 or 10 poles and he had 8 or 9 poles, but he was just so much more consistent than me in the races after he got his start sorted out that year. And then I would say the overall best teammate I've ever had was Antoine, because I was teammates with him back in 2016 at Van Amersfoort, and back then, not to say that he wasn't great, it was just that he needed a lot to improve. And then when I came back to be teammates with him in 2018, he just kicked my arse, basically. I'm starting to sweat now.
Do you find sim racing more stressful than actual racing?
In some ways, yeah. In some ways, no. It's not that it requires more concentration, it's just a different kind of concentration. And I think you get very involved in it in a very different way. Oh man.
Oh,
oh no.
oh, and he's in the wall.
Oh no, you won this one.
Yes. So Callum, it was some very close races. Really enjoyed it. Don't know about you, but I think I counted it 2-1. Was it?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. No, you're definitely quicker than me. I gave you some good battles, but obviously I'm not good enough.
But I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you the best of luck when racing goes underway again.
No, thank you very much. It's been really enjoyable. Very different type of interview, which I took a little bit of a while to get used to. Answering the questions, and you can see I still spin on the last lap answering it. But yeah, no, thank you. It's been good fun, and yeah, shows I need to practice a little bit more.
Yeah, once again, thank you so much, and to the audience at home, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.